Hello and welcome to Lazy Naturals channel. Today I am braiding my hair. This is a skill that I'm so proud of because I got to learn it in the process of learning and loving my hair and just being hands-on with my hair. Braiding my hair, stretching it through braids and box braids taught me the skill of braiding my hair. It's pretty much the same technique but just adding extensions, and I'm able to perfect this well. It's very clean when I do it. The lines are all drawn well. It looks really good, and I'm very kind of gentle on my scalp. I do not comb my hair, so it's very crucial that I braid it by myself because salon, they'll tell you it's impossible to braid your hair without combing it. I'm like, it's possible. I keep doing it. They're like, no, they want to comb it and stretch it, and I cry adult tears when I go to the salon to get my hair done, and my scalp will be swollen. There have been times that I've taken my hair down after 2 days. I just can't. I can't do it. So I'm happy that I perfected this skill. And so today I'm going to show you how I braid my hair. I don't know if I should take you through the tutorial, but I'm going to be talking about my travel. And you see me braiding my hair. If you want me to show you how I braid it, just let me know in the comment section. I would have a whole video about that. But for now, I'm just braiding my hair and talking about my travel experience. Today, I want to talk about general traveling tips. Tips about traveling and not a specific experience. I mean, what I'm going to share is rooted in an experience, but not necessarily my experience. So, what I have to say is, before you travel, please do your research. Don't just get up and go to a place because you can go, your passport can take you. Please do your research. Don't get into trouble. I think the worst thing that can happen to you is getting into trouble in a foreign land. Oh my God, you don't want that. You do not want that. And as you would think this is common sense, yeah, but don't do drugs. Don't take drugs abroad, and especially countries like Thailand, China, Malaysia, Singapore. You will be executed. Their laws against drugs is very strict. You will be killed if you're caught. So, also, if you travel to a country and you think you're going to be there for a while, please let your embassy know. Inform your embassy that you will be there. You're there and you're going to be here for a while. It's for your own safety. Most of us are very guilty. We go to a place and then we're just there. Our embassy does not know. They only hear about us when we get into trouble. It's just like how we treat God as Christians, you know. We only go to God when we're in trouble. That's how we treat our embassies. Anyway, by the way, this hair has been already greased and moisturized. So first I spritz water. This is how I do it. The whole thing, I'll put some water in it. Oh shit. And then just massage it through it like I do on my hair. Then I put some moisturizer because I'm gonna be braided. If it's gonna be tucked in for a while, I don't put too much batter in it because I don't want it catching dirt. I don't want it I don't put too much butter in it. I put just a little bit, and then I put a little bit of my concoction, raw shea butter from Ghana, mixed with black Jamaican black castor oil. I'll put it in it as well for protection and for healthy hair. Do you know that I noticed that when people braid their hair or they have weave, they ignore their hair. Don't do that. But even with your hair braided, you need to be greasing your scalp and also wash it. I would wash my hair every 2 weeks when I have it braided. this is one you can actually reach your scalp, so don't ignore your hair when you have it in braids or you have a wig on, okay? Please do something with it. Take care of it. Anyway, so back to traveling and letting your embassy know you're there. Yeah, we don't let them know we're in the country until we get into trouble. So when I got to Thailand, I went to my embassy to register. And when I gave them my passport, they saw my last name. And then they asked me if I knew a certain gentleman. His first name was Emmanuel, and then he had my last name. And I said, no, I think I'm the only person from my family to travel to Thailand for the first time. And they asked for a favor from me. Now, the favor they asked was if I could. So, this gentleman was in jail. He was arrested on drug charges. He was caught red handed with drugs, smuggling drugs into Thailand. I mean, drugs are so expensive, and Thai people, their currency is Thai baht. Yeah, Thai baht is it's such a weak currency. If you're gonna risk your life for drugs, why not take it to a better country? Anyway, with better currency. Anyway, so they asked me if I could pose as family to go see this gentleman. So what was going on is, for the people who had been arrested from this country, the embassy has an organization of people who would go see them, like the charity group. But this particular man was not allowed to be visited by anybody except family. He was on death row. He had been in jail for about 24 years. I think his family might have assumed he's dead or forgotten. I don't know if his family knows he's in jail. According to the embassy, no family contact has been made, so they don't even know anything about him or if his family is aware he's in jail. Poor family. So they asked me, because he's only to be allowed to visit it by family, they asked if I could pose as family, since we have the same last name, to go visit him. They just wanted to check on his well-being and all that. And you know that for diplomacy's sake, even though the embassies kind of have some power, they cannot override the laws in the country in which they are situated. So they could not do much about it. If the government says we're not allowing anybody to visit him, nobody's going to visit him. And I was shook when they asked me, because one, it involves jail, and I'm scared by the sight of handcuffs. You would not even. I think I've seen just one person in handcuffs, and I panicked. I panicked so bad. And so I was shook a little, and I told them to give me some time to think about it. I'm just here for a short while. What is this? But then there's also not an innocent soul, but there's somebody in jail who needs help, who needs visiting. And I told them I was going to think about it. I told my dad. I was super scared. Usually when I travel, I'm my own mom and dad. I don't tell anybody before I do whatever I want to do. But I ran it by my dad, and my dad's initial response was, no, don't do it. But I think he slept on it, and then he came back and told me that if I want to do it, I should do it, but just be careful and make sure I don't get tangled up in anything. So now it was up to me to decide if I wanted to do it or not. I gave it a thought. I gave some thought over a week to two, and I was still super panicked, because I felt like if I go pose as family to go visit this man, there's going to be surveillance on me throughout my entire stay in this country. And I had already been scarred by events that happened in China. So I didn't know if I really, really wanted to put myself out there and go visit this man. But then also, he's stuck in jail for 24 years. Probably going to be killed, and nobody knows or has seen him, which is sad. Did I go with the embassy to see him? Long story short, I did not do it. I was scared. I was really afraid. I asked the embassy if there was anything else, any other way that I could be of help without having to go and take these pictures and pose as family and be interviewed and all that. I don't know, in Thailand, I don't want to be associated with this. I was really scared, and it wasn't the best thing to do, but I was scared. I did not do it out of fear. I do think about it a lot. Like, it haunted me for a while, even after I left Thailand. I think about it a lot. If I had gone to see him, I don't know if he's been executed by now or not. Um, what difference it would have made for this person if I had gone to see him. I do think about all that. And I feel guilty most of the time that I did not go. But I don't know. I really I do a lot of what ifs, but the truth and the fact remains that I did not go to see that man in jail or pose as family, and I don't know what happened, and I feel guilty sometimes, but I don't know. But this brings me to what I'm talking about. Children. Children. Please do your research. Don't just get up and go to a country and do whatever you want just because. If you some things will fly in some countries, in other countries you'll be killed for less. So please do your research. But also, don't hold yourself back. If you've been wanting to travel and all that, give yourself that pleasure. Traveling is fun. It's the best thing you could ever do and or gift yourself. I read a quote sometime that says that you can make your money back, but you can never make back the memories and the time that you spend traveling. And that is so accurate. I've spent a lot of money traveling. Like, I've spent money traveling. But do I regret it? Hell no, I don't. The memories, the experience, even getting to braid my hair by myself. Because if I had stayed home, I would not learn to do my hair by myself. I probably wouldn't have gone natural with my hair. And so, this is how far I've come through traveling. Get your bass. Go travel. Go travel. But do your research. Okay? Do your research before you go. Don't get into trouble with the law. Let your embassy know that you're around. Let your embassy know that. It's very crucial. And have fun. Enjoy your travels. I think the difficult thing about braiding my hair by myself is drawing the lines at the back. It can get difficult, but we do it. And sometimes on a lazy day or in a lazy moment, I take about 3 days to a week to finish braiding my hair. You know the beautiful thing? It's winter. It's winter. And if I don't get to finish, I'm going to put on a hat. Put on a hat. I don't have to finish to go out. I work from home. Huh. Where's my band? Yes. So yeah. The rest is just me braiding my hair. I'm gonna walk you through it. I'm super distracted. I cannot even tell a proper story, but I hope you get the moral of my message today. Do your research. Stay out of trouble. Don't do drugs. Do not do drugs. Especially to some countries, because you'll be killed. I remember, I think the last news I read from Singapore, I think that was back in April or May? April. Singapore executed somebody who was convicted of drug charges, smuggling drug into Singapore. He was from Malaysia, and his family was pleading that he was mentally unstable. And it caused a lot of backlash. There were protests and all that, but the Singaporean government went ahead to execute this man. I mean, usually they execute people and it hardly causes any outcry, but this one in particular, it was different. People were pleading and ooh, usually it's a very common thing. Like it's almost normal to see on the news that someone got executed in China or Singapore or even Thailand on drug charges. But this one in particular, I think it made the news because of the mental health state of this culprit. However, you would think that the Singaporean government would listen and not execute this man. He was executed in April, and it was disappointing. The country was divided. People were saying laws are laws, and if you're mentally unstable, how did you even get to come into contact with drugs? Or some people think he was just set up and like given the drugs to go. So he was just how do they call this? Collateral damage. But people also say that he knew what he was doing. I mean, it was people were torn, and it was a sad news to hear that someone just got. I think the whole concept of execution is something else that causes. It's uneasy to read about it, and it's quite unsettling. But yeah, these places they don't play. They don't play with their laws, especially with regards to drugs. I feel like the laws on crime, like murder and all that, it's more flexible than drugs. They don't tolerate anything drug related at all. So please. And the woman NBA star, not a star, like the lady who got arrested in Russia. I hope everyone followed the news as well. When it comes to drugs, some countries are just super strict with what they allow and tolerate and all that. So please, weed is legal in Canada. You can do it. Don't cross the border with it. Any other place, you would be in trouble for doing that. So take care of yourselves. I'm going to end it here. I just cannot. I have a, I have a divided attention. I cannot focus to tell a proper experience. I'm just really into this one. And even if I continue, I'm just gonna sit here quietly and just braid my hair. So, thank you for watching till this time. I'll catch you same time next week. Hopefully, I'll be done. Hopefully.